We are living in such a world that is so rapidly changing, and the skills that we need to go into the professional world are different than they might have been 20 years ago. How do we measure that? How do we become prepared for that? Because that might not be taught in school like math has been taught in schools.
Traditional education metrics tend to focus on the mastery of factual content. Education has not quite grasped the power of capturing human dimensions of teamwork and interpersonal cooperation and sociability and creativity, like at all.
I'm part of the team here working on ways of applying AI to education. What we've focused on is a set of skills, sometimes known as durable skills or 21st century skills. How do we actually evaluate these skills? So how can you tell if someone is a good collaborator or someone has good critical thinking skills or good creativity?
When you have to say, what does it mean for somebody to be a good collaborator? What does it mean for someone to be a critical thinker or creative thinker? It just gets much more difficult to articulate that. This is a profound issue, because when you measure what's easy to measure, then you end up teaching what is easy to measure, and a lot of things get left on the side.
We've come up with a system that is both natural in the sense that it feels like true interaction with people, but it's also evaluative in the sense that it drives the conversation towards assessing that individual on their skill level. When a student who's, say, practicing their collaboration skill comes to our system, we say, okay, we are going to solve this task of designing a science experiment. Here are your 3 collaborators. They are AI collaborators, but they in many ways feel like real co-students. Our AI in this setup are quite different from the AI agent that you would encounter as assistants, because they model, in a way, real human interaction in real life, and that has friction.
One of the interesting challenges about identifying human skills is how elusive identifying them can be. This is why an assessment experiment is so vitally important.
The idea here is that there's a safe space in which to try things out and get feedback. The whole point is making the invisible visible.
People are happy to see AIs that are, in a way, more natural in their behavior and therefore elicit more natural behavior from you.
My greatest hope is that technological innovation, educational technology, can create greater alignment between educational systems and the skills that the world needs. The skills that we need people to have in order to tackle grand challenges that we're facing. We need a constellation of skills that will allow us to work better together, to be better critical thinkers, to be more creative, and to design a better future, which, if it's not on everybody's list, it should be, as a top priority.